For those of you who wonder why men need Mgtow, here's why. I'm going to go through this kind of quickly because I only have about 10 minutes to record this video. So, a little bit of context to show why, or about this lady. This lady claimed that we revealed personal information about her when it was publicly listed on her profile what country of residency she lives in. Now, she says at this point I tried to add her, and I didn't. Maybe because I messaged her. I know sometimes with this messaging app it could be kind of janky. Maybe some glitch happened, I don't know. Now, she's hiding behind the big bad hubby, as you can see. By the way, my husband is in the group, so I ain't gone. She's an absolute nut. She's been stalking, well, not stalking, but harassing our admins and all other kinds of people. And she's been doing this for a while now. We finally just got rid of her. So now we're all twits, and she reported us. Big bad hubby's gonna get us. Now you'll see why that is. Why that comes into play here in a little bit. But just know, a feminist is hiding behind her husband. I thought they were supposed to be big and bad and strong and independent. Anyway, so she says that we broke privacy laws, even though they were listed on her profile. And I asked her if she had a reasonable expectation of privacy. Notice here in the US, we don't need consent when you post things publicly. There is no reasonable expectation of privacy. Now, right here at the bottom, if I were naked, you don't just get to come up and touch me. Typical feminist trying to turn things into rape. Rape. Everybody wants to rape them. So now, God. So now I explained to her that we have almost 2,000 members, and I'm not going to go through every post to look for this information. And now saying the husband will not provide the proof because he hates us all and he'll never tag us, calling personal insults against us again, saying that we allow death threats, which we don't because we've acted on things like that before, throwing temper tantrums. I'm starting to pick up that she's a feminist. See all this professional victim shit that she's going on in this message? Again, all of these. Don't worry, Dia. I'll give you a shout out here in a minute on this video. Now, she claims that she gave it to an admin. She gave it to 3 of us, pretty much, as you'll see her say. And 2 of us denied it and whatever. And now, again, personal insults and all that stuff. I'll do my bloody job. Because I'm not, that's not because we haven't been doing our jobs as admins. That's because we're not doing our jobs the way she likes it. That's what that is. Now she claims she deleted it and doesn't have, none of the other admins had this proof submitted to them, by the way. So now when I tell her to take responsibility, she's basically fucking telling me to fuck off. Again, feminists don't take responsibility. They just want to blame shit on people. There's where I pointed out. I said, I get the feeling you're a feminist. Now, those words are going to come into play here in a bit. I said, I get the feeling. I didn't say anything else. I said, I get the feeling. Now, you can see where she starts saying now that she knows, I know she's a feminist. I've seen men making remarks to women and sexually harassing them. And I admit that men do it, and women do it too. And now she brings in a member, which never has done anything like that. At least I haven't seen it. And none of us have, the admins. But now I'm demeaning her because she's a woman. See, now that I know that I picked up on she was a feminist, now she's going to say, oh, she's going to key in. Oh, he knows. Let's put some feminist rhetoric out there. Now I'm demeaning her because she's a woman. And I would never defend her because she's a woman. No. And I asked her to show, where am I demeaning you at? And she says, because I don't have a dick, I don't get the same rights as a man. And I never said that. And I asked her where she this is where I supposedly said it, and I didn't. Pointed out that I recognized she was using feminist rhetoric. And because I told her she didn't follow the procedures, because she didn't follow the rules, I'm sexist. And I point out now that she's being offended by everything. So I did it again because at this point I'm trying to trigger her. Now she says because I don't have a dick, I cannot stand up for myself. I didn't say that. I said, quit being offended by everything. Now watch this. Here's what happens. What happens is I can't click on the message here, but what happens is I'm blocked now. I clearly told her I was Mgtow. She goes, good luck finding a wife with that logic. Why do women always assume that men want to find a wife? I'm not interested in dating a woman. I'm not interested in impressing a woman and being in a relationship with one. Good luck finding a wife with that logic. And that's what I'm going to wrap up with when women talk to men. I think every woman assumes that we're out there to find one of them. And that's where their currency is. In expecting us to be wanting to find one of them to be with. But not every man out there that's straight, I'm straight, not every man out there that's straight wants to find a wife. Because there are certain ones of us that have realized that being in a relationship with a woman is very risky to us. I don't want a wife because I don't see that women have anything to offer me. But do you see why men need Mgtow? Do you see, based off of the comments right here, that she said in this very video, in this very conversation, do you understand what feminism is and why men don't need a wife? And how feminism, the worst thing that ever happened to a feminist is feminism. Because it has completely disabled you from being the strong, independent women that you want to be. And it has turned you into victim blame or professional victims and all other kinds of stuff, man. You just expect to be the victim. You want to be the victim. That's the thing. That's why feminism is the worst thing that ever happened to a woman. All you women that are feminists, that is why you shouldn't be feminists. Because it is hurting your cause and not helping it. And like Sandman said, the women, the men that most love women are MGTOW men. because we take you for what you are and not for what you're not, and not for what society says you should be. Mgtow men look at you for the way that you are by nature. And that's why we don't expect you to be anything you're not.